Top news headlines. Chief Minister N. Biren prays at Lainingthau Sanamahi Temple, seeks blessings to protect people from COVID pandemic. Chief Minister N. Biren virtually participates in distribution of agricultural inputs. India reports 92,596 new cases, 2,219 deaths in last 24 hours. Hello and good evening. You're watching the MAMITv English News Bulletin. I'm Albina Riamai. Let's go into the detail of the news. As part of the series of prayers being organized by different religious leaders in their respective places of worship, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh today prayed at the holy shrine of Lainingthau Sanamahi and Ima Laimarel Sidabi at Haying Kongbal Upong Yumpam and sought blessings of the deities to protect the people of Manipur from the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic. Chief Minister N. Biren, who is also the president of Lainingthau Sanamahi Temple Board and member of Rajya Sabha King Sanajauba Laishemba, among others, attended the prayer ceremony. Head priest of the Lainingthau Sanamahi Temple Board, Maishnam Ibohal Luang, performed the rituals. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh today virtually graced the distribution function of agricultural inputs like seeds, equipments, farm machineries, biofloc, etc. by Central Agricultural University, Imphal, as a chief guest. The inputs were distributed to the farmers of different northeast states through 13 constituent colleges of the varsity located at different parts of the region. Reports received from the DIPR said the virtual function community empowerment program through technology products was also joined from Itanagar by Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu as the guest of honor, MP Agatha Sangma from Tura, MPs Dr. R.K. Ranjan and Dr. Lorho S. Foze from Imphal Education, Minister of Tripura Ratanlal Nath from Agartala, Veterinary Minister of Mizoram Dr. K. Baichua from Aizawl, and CAU Vice Chancellor Dr. Anupam Mishra from Varsity Complex, Imphal. In all, 1,979 farmers from Manipur were benefited in today's function. Rice, groundnut, soybean, hybrid maize and fodder maize seeds were distributed to 1,890 farmers. On the other hand, mini rice meals were handed over to 9 farmers, kitchen grinder juicers to 20 farmers, sprayers to 35 farmers and biofloc units to 25 farmers. Addressing the function from Chief Minister's Secretariat, Chief Minister N. Biren said that countries across the world and sector across economies continue to reel under the adverse impact of the pandemic. However, in spite of the ongoing pandemic, it is very heartening to learn that production of major crops for year 2020-2021 in India, as per the second advance estimates, reveal a record production of 303.34 million tons of food grains, the Chief Minister said. Chief Minister N. Biren said today's program would go a long way towards bringing about awareness for such a transformation in the Northeast region. He also lauded the varsity staff for voluntarily contributing one-day salary to support the farmers of Northeast region with technology products during these difficult times. Chief Minister expressed hope that the Central Agricultural University would continue its exemplary contributions to agricultural education in the region and the country. He also congratulated Vice Chancellor Dr. Anupam Mishra and his team for their hard work for organizing the event.
The Institute will continue providing practical suggestions and ideas for sustainable development of the agricultural sectors. Before I conclude, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the Vice Chancellor of Agriculture University, Imphal, Dr. Anupam Mishraji and his team for their hard work and for organizing today's event. I personally visited the area where the Central Agricultural University covered, and a new development, new projects, new schemes, new varieties of production is already started under the dynamic Vice Chancellor, my friend Dr. Anupam, and I would like to thank you for the contribution you have given to the entire Northeast. I wish the Institute, its faculties, and the students the very best in their future endeavor. We all should stay safe from this pandemic, and I wish you all the best again.
India reported 92,596 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, taking the COVID-19 cases in the country to well over 2.9 crore, the Union Health Ministry said today. With 2,90,89,069 total cases, India has the second highest number of infections in the world after the United States. The active cases in India currently stand at 12,31,450. Although India's coronavirus wave is on a steady decline and the single-day cases have remained under 1 lakh for the second consecutive day, the number of fresh cases reported today is higher than yesterday's 86,498, the lowest figure in 63 days. An unfortunate 2,219 deaths in the last 24 hours escalated the total death toll to COVID-19 in India to 3,53,528. Many children across the country have been orphaned due to the contagion. As far as vaccination is concerned, a total of 23,90,58,360 doses have been administered. On Tuesday, the center shared details of its revised COVID-19 vaccine policy, which included an order capping the prices for 3 approved coronavirus vaccines in private hospitals across the country. The maximum price that can be charged per dose by private vaccine center is Rs 780 for Covishield, Rs 1,410 for Covaxin, and Rs 1,145 for Sputnik 5, an office memorandum issued by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare said. Renowned Manipuri film critic and Manipur's first ever National Best Critic awardee, R.K. Bidur, has passed away at Jennings Hospital today. He was 80 years old. He was battling COVID-19 for a month. R.K. Bidur was the founder secretary of Imphal Cine Club and first president of Manipur Film Journalists and Critics Association. He was the first person from the state to study film appreciation course at the FTII. Managing Director of MAMITv, Ajit Kumar Ilangbam, extends condolence over the untimely demise of the distinguished film critic. Manipur State Film Development Society MSFDS has deeply mourned the passing away of prominent writer on Manipuri cinema and recipient of Swarna Kamal Award for Best Film Critic, R.K. Bidur. In a message of condolence, Secretary of MSFDS Sanju Bachaspatimayum stated that R.K. Bidur was an encyclopedia of Manipur cinema whose passing away is a huge loss for Manipuri cinema. In his memory and as a mark of respect for his invaluable contribution to Manipuri cinema, a candlelight memorial was held at the Manipuri Cinema Memorial erected at MSFDS Complex Palace Gate by the film community of the state. It may be recalled that altogether 6 film personalities had passed away during the pandemic so far. All Manipur Students' Union has condemned the bomb attack at its headquarters yesterday. The Students' Union organized a press meet in this regard today. The students' organization said the attack its office isn't toward the people of the state and the students. Speaking to media persons, AMSU President Haubizam Chalamba said the attack is an act of terrorism. AMSU has also drawn the attention of the government to apprehend people involved in the attack and take off necessary actions against them. AMSU executive members also attended the press meet. Secretary of Communist Party of India CPI Manipur State Council L. Sotin Kumar has said that the Prime Minister's announcement for free COVID-19 vaccination was late. He alleged that the Prime Minister did not show concern about the issue and crisis the state is facing till date and has not even had a word with media personnel. He said that the announcement followed only after civil societies and opposition parties started providing free vaccination to control the second wave of the pandemic. Kangleipak Semgat Sagatpak Kanglup of Kiam Sifai Leitan Makong in Wangkem Assembly constituency along with social worker Kangabam Jadumani distributed ration to the residents of Kiam Sifai Leitan Makong and Haukamamang Leikai. The essential items including salt, edible oils, onions, fermented fish, etc. were distributed to 55 households. The former Vice President of BJP Manipur Pradesh, T.H. Jadumani, handed over an ambulance to the volunteers of Lainingthau Club of Kangabok Assembly constituency to be used for the people of the constituency hit by the pandemic. The report mentioned that, thanking everyone who helped while purchasing the ambulance, he appealed to people to use the telephone number provided in case of any COVID-related issues without further ado. Even as the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic has spread far and wide, singer, lyricist and producer Ningombam Tomba appeals to the people through MAMITv to take utmost care to protect themselves from COVID-19.
MAMITv bu yangbiriba pumnamakpu Ningombam Tombana kurumjari. Apunba Manipur matam isai Kanglup amikki maut sinjaraga mayam pumnamakki mafamda haijari madudi. Tamthiraba COVID-19 की लाइसेंस असिदगी ngakthok nanaba aikoi isa na section bagi firep lominarasi COVID की वैक्सीन सोइदन कापथोक पिउ फेस मास्क उपिउ मी amaga की मरक्ता हुत्तरुकना लापना लेबिउ अमदि हैंड वाश नत्रग सापोन सिंग सिजनतुना खुदसा तोयना हामथोक पिउ लाइसेंस असिदगी कन्ना बगिदमक्ता लेंगाक न पिबा मतम की ओइबा चना कांगोनसिंग aikoi punna ngakमिनरसी Section Bahaibasina Aikoi Amat Tangairabo Pai Oigani. Mayampum Namako Amukana Kurumjari.
Now we have a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
MAMITv na miyam gidamak laibak pokpan numit ki numidang wairam pung taret taba matamda sandok sargani online doctor consultation program. Sandok sagadori bathoram asida COVID-19 na maram oiduna home isolation tawriba miyoi singna thengnariba pungning wakalgi awaba kaya koan bangamnanaba pandamda MAMITv na puthokpa online doctor consultation program ni miyamda sandok chagadoribasi maram maduna online gi kuthangda home isolation tawriba miyoi singna mobile number 8413975 da call tawbiraktuna doctor amadi expert singa hakthengna wari sanabagi khudong chaba lobiyu.
Welcome back. A study by the Indian Council of Medical Research ICMR has found that the indigenously developed Covaxin is effective against Delta B1.617.2 and Beta B1.351 variants of SARS-CoV-2, which causes COVID-19. This research neutralization against B1.351 and B1.617.2 with sera of COVID-19 recovered cases and vaccines out BB.V152 is yet to be reviewed. The southwest monsoon set in over Mumbai today, a senior official of the India Meteorological Department IMD said. The southwest monsoon makes the normal onset over the city on June 10. Yesterday, the Maharashtra capital received showers ranging between 20 mm to 40 mm in Kolaba, Mahalakshmi and parts of Dadar area, while some weather stations in North Mumbai, including Chincholi, Borivali and Dahisar, received around 60 mm of rainfall in the first half of the day. The Met Department in the tweet said that the southwest monsoon is likely to advance into more parts of Maharashtra and is expected to advance into more parts of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, some parts of Odisha and more parts of West Bengal during the next 2 days. Former Uttar Pradesh Chief Secretary Anup Chandra Pandey has been appointed as Election Commissioner of India. Anup Chandra Pandey will join Chief Election Commissioner CEC Sushil Chandra and Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar in the top executive body of the Election Commission of India. The three election commissioners hold office for a period of 6 years or till they attain the age of 65. A 1984 batch IAS officer of the Uttar Pradesh Cadet, Anup Chandra Pandey, has also served as Additional Secretary in the Ministry of Defence and Joint Secretary in the Union Ministry of Labour and Employment. A PhD in Ancient History, Anup Chandra Pandey has held the post of Joint Secretary in Uttar Pradesh Basic Education, Health and Family Welfare and Food Departments. The Department of Ayurveda and Alternative Medicines in Nepal stopped the distribution of corona kits gifted to it by Yoga Guru Ramdev Patanjali Ayurveda. An order by Kathmandu cited that proper procedures were not followed while procuring the 1,500 kits of coronil touted by Patanjali to provide one high immunity amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. As per reports, the move is being perceived by some groups as an attempt to delink leading Madhesi political families from the Indian group. Tablets and nasal oil from the corona kits are not equivalent to medicines to defeat COVID-19 virus, the order by the government of Nepal stated. Before we end the bulletin, the top news headlines once again. Chief Minister N. Biren prays at Lainingthau Sanamahi Temple, seeks blessing to protect people from COVID pandemic. Chief Minister N. virtually participates in distribution of agricultural inputs. India reports 92,596 new cases, 2,219 deaths in last 24 hours. And with that, it's a wrap for this evening news bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Good time ahead.